Hilal Ahmed is there from Congress party with us. Hilal ji, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका. Thank you so much for taking time out for One India. We saw the tweet by Rahul Gandhi, and understandably so. He is the leader of opposition, and he doesn't see much merit in this budget. How do you see it? And secondly, what good reasons would you give to back what Rahul Gandhi has said?
First of all, I would like to say a few words about the budget. Very, very few words. When NDA government or BJP government has come into power in 2014, the prospects in economy which was left over by the UPA were 2 crore employment per year. This is what has been promised. So Narendra Modi ji must have seen some prospects in the economy. That's why he has promised 2 crore employment per year. After 10 or 11 years of Modi ji, presently our economy's prospects are 1 crore people will be given training in a few 500 companies, that too in 5 years. So where he has got the economy, the prospects for 2 crore employments per year. What today the prospects are there in the employment or in the economy, it is that only 1 crore people will be given a sort of training in few big companies. This is what has been promised by the government. So you can understand from where he has got the economy and where he has brought it to. And these are the evaluations, not by the Congress. This is the evaluation which has been done by the Bharatiya Janata Party or our Prime Minister himself. I am not saying anything, and if anything is wrong, anyone can check me out. There is no factual mistake in it, one thing. Second thing is that if you see in the budget, the only thing which is very loud and clear is that in order to save the government of today, or NDA, Bihar and Andhra Pradesh have been given a substantial amount from the budget. Why UP has been left?
Right.
UP also needs the same kind of economic structure. Just because here he has got, he doesn't have anyone who is supporting the government. UP has been left, Himachal Pradesh has been left, even the elections in Jammu Kashmir have been left. There is no proposal for that. Even for that matter, what kind of allocation has been made for the defense sector, even that is not very clear in the budget. The only thing which is very clear is that what amount has been given to the Andhra Pradesh and what amount has been given to the Bihar. Rest of the things are under the carpet. So why not we say that this budget is just to please their two allies?
Okay, Mr. Ahmed, see, I mean, two things are there. I think out of the 29 states and a few union territories that we have, any state which would receive any sort of special attention from the center would attract the opposition's wrath. That is understood. This time around, it is Bihar and Andhra Pradesh, understandably so, because they are the two alliance partners. They came out, they stuck their neck out, and they stayed with the UPA government, with the NDA government, and hence this has been done. But as far as Bihar is concerned, as I would reiterate it, the allocation was due for a long time. The corridor that is being talked about, the destinations, tourist destinations that have been chalked out, it's a good move. Bihar needs it, unfortunately, because people are only leaving Bihar and coming out. This time around, some effort is, it appears that yes, वहाँ भी लोगों को नौकरियां मिलेगी, वहाँ भी कुछ डेवलपमेंट होगा, तो लोग वहाँ आएंगे, वहाँ रहेंगे, बिजनेस भी फलेगा फूलेगा, तो इसके लिए मुझे लगता है पूरा श्रेय देना चाहिए. बट राजलक्ष्मी जी, मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा यहाँ पर कि एक चीज तो होती है प्रॉमिस करना.
Just I would like to answer.
Okay, fair enough, sir. Please.
The condition of Bihar has been such since last 10 or 11 years. In Bihar, they have been in coalition since last 10 years. But why they haven't addressed the issues of Bihar 10 years back? Like this is the 11th budget which has been presented by this government. Then why this issue has not been issued previously? One thing. Secondly, TDP has left in 2018 only on this issue. Why this issue was not addressed at that time? So it is very loud and clear. Just because you want to save your government, That's why you are placating your these two allies, and there is no other reason.
Alliance
because
partners.
in 2018,
But
yeah, alliance partners.
Hiralji,
Because in 2018, TDP has left on the same ground. Bihar has been asking the same thing. Even Modi himself has said, "I'm going to give a package of 1 lakh crore, 2 lakh crore." Boli lagai thi, if you do remember. What happened to that? So, like now, since you are dependent on your allies, they are arm twisting you, and you have cuffed out this money of the taxpayers just to save your government. This message is very clear.
See, I mean, again, Hilalji, I understand that, but again, this is not a new phenomena happening outside of Indian political playbook. वही मैं कहना चाह रहा हूं कि यहां पर अगर अपीजमेंट है, उनके अपने एलाइज हैं, उन्होंने आके सरकार को सुदृढ़ किया है, तो भाई कोई भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ऐसा करेगी। अब इसको मजबूरी कहिए या मास्टर स्ट्रोक कहिए, लेकिन इस स्थिति में मैं कहूंगा अगर बिहार को कुछ मिल रहा है तो मुझे लगता है पूरे देश में इसको नहीं कुछ कहना चाहिए, क्योंकि अभी हमने देखा थोड़े दिन पहले नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी को रेनोवेट किया गया, बहुत बड़ी चीज है। ट्रस्ट मी, आई कम फ्रॉम दैट स्टेट, सो आई अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर द सेंटिमेंट्स। तो वो बहुत जरूरी होता है। लेकिन मैं राजलक्ष्मी जी, मैं आपसे यहाँ ये जरूर जानना चाहूंगा कि प्रोमिसेस की जाते हैं, एलोकेशन होता है, सब कुछ है, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, हाउ गुड आर वी एट इट, एंड वेदर वी आर गोइंग टू सी द लाइट ऑफ द डे, और दीज मल्टी करोड़ प्रोजेक्ट्स वुड सी द लाइट ऑफ द डे एंड बी एक्सपेडाइटेड, उसके लिए कोई प्रक्रिया?
Yes, definitely. See, most of those projects that have been announced, they're all, a lot of them are infrastructure projects. And there is a lot about, like especially in say Andhra Pradesh, there is this thing about the capital city. And in Bihar, it's mostly about the infrastructure. So, all of that, if you have seen in the past 10 years, there has been a very good record of the Modi government, where it has actually been double of what has happened over the last 65 years, you could say. So that is the kind of a record that the Modi government has had. So here, I'm not here speaking as a spokesperson of the BJP, but even then, that part about infrastructure is something that nobody can deny. And I think that like you rightly pointed out, that was something that the state of Bihar was definitely, it was long due. And I think that the opposition is actually taking a very wrong stand here. Are they trying to say that the states of Bihar and Andhra Pradesh should not have got these packages even now? So is that the kind of a stand that they're trying to say? So then I think that they're taking a very wrong and a very negative stand. And at the same time, like I was telling you, that there are a lot of issues there, like even with Andhra Pradesh. So if the Modi government had not taken it up in 2018, then it is a welcome step that they have taken it now. So I think that I genuinely believe that Andhra Pradesh definitely needed a revenue generator, and Mr. Chandrababu Naidu has a very good vision about Visakhapatnam and about Amravati. So all of that, I think it is not just about the particular state. See, we have to look at it in totality. So you cannot leave a couple of states lagging behind. So that is something that now it's appalling that all these parties, they come up saying that this state has not got anything, that state has not got anything. It is not like that. See, in the previous governments, you had a lot of railway ministers coming up and announcing some trains that are actually catering to their own states or their own alliance partners. So that actually is a very big political statement again. So that actually, you're not looking at actual maintenance, you're not looking at actual facilities, you're not looking at upgrading anything, just randomly announcing trains. So that is not what is happening right now. And there are, like I said, you have to read this budget in continuity with the interim budget. So then a lot of things, especially about the defense infrastructure. See, about defense, I would like to say that this thing about the defense, I think that this government is looking at it as a huge consolidated plan. It starts with the formation of the CDS, and then about how there is this infrastructure along the borders. Then there is this Atmanirbhar Bharat for the defense manufacturing and the export also, and along with it, all of that. There is
lots of things.
All of that, that allocation, the satellites and the drones, all of it comes under the defense also.
Yes, absolutely. The implementation part is what is more worrisome and what needs more attention here. And I also shift my attention to Hilal Ahmed ji. Hilal ji, see, as Raj Lakshmi ji mentioned, the choice of any state, let alone Bihar or Andhra Pradesh, had it been any state, आप किसी भी राज्य से पूछिए क्या उन्हें सरकार गवर्नमेंट की मदद चाहिए सेंटर की, वो कहेंगे हाँ हमें चाहिए, चाहे वो गुजरात हो, चाहे तमिलनाडु हो, चाहे केरला हो, या फिर उत्तर प्रदेश, या फिर कोई भी पंजाब, या किसी भी आप डेवलप्ड राज्य को देख लें. तो मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूंगा, हियर आई वुड लाइक टू ड्रॉ योर अटेंशन टुवर्ड्स द कॉमन मैन, आम आदमी. आपको लगता है कि इस बजट में आम आदमी के लिए कुछ था, है तो क्या मिला, नहीं तो क्यों नहीं? और सेकेंडली, ये पहला बजट है ऑफ द मोदी 3.0 गवर्नमेंट. व्हाट आर योर एक्सपेक्टेशंस और व्हाट आर योर फियर्स as far as the subsequent budgets are concerned in the next coming 4 years?
First of all, I would like to say, if Raj Lakshmi ji is not a spokesperson of the BJP, then I would like to say that even BJP spokesperson would not have defended the budget and these allocations so well as you have done it.
She has her own views as political analyst, which is
most she must be having.
But,
no, I am just complimenting her. I'm just complimenting her. That the way she has defended it is absolutely fantastic. First thing. Second thing, as far as the development of the Bihar infrastructure is concerned, we have seen that development of Bihar infrastructure raising down to the ground within 10 years. You have seen so many bridges are collapsing. And all of them have been built during the time of BJP and JDU, Nitish Kumar ji. Both of them have been building it. दोनों मिल करके बना रहे तो सारे ब्रिज के
महागठबंधन के साथ थे.
बिल्कुल थे, लेकिन तब यहाँ के पर ब्रिजेस के लिए कोई भी निर्माण नहीं हुआ. सारे निर्माण जो है वो हुए हैं. एंड यू कैन चेक इट आउट. एक बात. दूसरी बात, नॉट ओनली बिहार, व्हाट हैपेंड इन महाराष्ट्र में भी क्या है, वहां के पर तो सारी सड़कें ऐसी हो रही है. इवन यूपी में जितनी भी सड़कें बनी हुई, एक पानी हो गया. एंड फॉरगेट अबाउट ऑल दीज थिंग, व्हाट हैपेंड इन अयोध्या, वहां पे क्या हुआ, वहां पर भी तो यही हुआ. तो ये जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बिल्डिंग नहीं, ये करप्शन बिल्डिंग. इन मेथड से किस तरह से करप्ट प्रैक्टिसेस अपनाए गए, जिसकी वजह से सारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जो है वो जमीन पे आ गया. तो दिस इज व्हाट आम आदमी seeing it. One thing. Second thing, yes. Why Bihar and Andhra Pradesh should not get? Yes, they should get. And they should have got it much before. My argument is not that they should not have got it. My argument is that they should have got it much before. They should have got it in 2018. Andhra Pradesh को 2018 में दे देना चाहिए था जब उन्होंने छोड़ा था. तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी आंध्र प्रदेश का डेवलपमेंट नहीं चाहती, बिहार का डेवलपमेंट नहीं चाहती. उनका क्या है कि उनको सिर्फ पॉलिटिकल डेवलपमेंट चाहिए. एंड देयर इज नो अदर. This message is also very loud and clear. 2018 में क्यों नहीं दे दिया था? इसी बात पे तो छोड़ा था टीडीपी. तब तो मोस्ट करप्ट पार्टी कह करके ही हटाया गया. नीतीश कुमार जी के साथ कब से हैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी? अटल जी के वक्त से हैं, साथ में 1999 से हैं. तब से अभी तक की नहीं दिया. लगातार ये डिमांड थी. तो अब भी समझ में आ रहा है, इट इज नॉट फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द बिहार, इट इज फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द बीजेपी पॉलिटिक्स. These are the two things. Now the third thing. What I was expecting, take a leave out of Congress. There is nothing wrong in it. इसमें क्या बुराई है? हमने क्या किया था? हमने गारंटीज नहीं दी, हमने राइट्स दिए थे, अधिकार दिए. अधिकार के बारे में भारतीय जनता पार्टी कुछ नहीं जानती है. मनरेगा was a right for the unemployed people living in the rural area. This was the right. Right to education. शिक्षा का अधिकार, that was a right, अधिकार दिया था. Right to food. खाद्य सुरक्षा अधिनियम हमने राइट के तौर पर दिया था, हमने एहसान नहीं किया था. दिस इज अ बिग डिफरेंस बिटवीन कांग्रेस एंड भारतीय जनता पार्टी. व्हाट वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग इज प्रोवाइडिंग एज अ राइट टू द सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया so that no one can take it out. Presently, the present government which is saying that we are giving food to the 80 crore people of India, they are giving it under the right to food, जो उनका खाद्य सुरक्षा अधिनियम है, फूड सिक्योरिटी एक्ट है. They are providing this thing under that. Midday meal. This is what we have today. This is how we have developed this economy. We have created demand. These things create demand. And what you are doing, you are just generating supply. Where is the demand? Just by giving us a rebate of say around 17,000 rupees to the person who is earning 10 lakh rupees in a year. He is getting a rebate of 17,000 rupees. How much demand will it create? How much demand will it generate? And please don't tell me that this infrastructure development will create a lot of demand. You are developing this infrastructure at a very fast pace. Right from the beginning, everything was developing at a very fast pace. बहुत तेजी से बन रही थी, उतनी तेजी से सब धड़ाम भी हो गई, उतनी तेजी सब नीचे भी आ गई. तो ये आपके डेवलपमेंट को नहीं दिखाता, ये आपकी करप्शन दिखाता है. This shows your corruption. How greedy you are. कितनी जल्दी, कितनी तेज, कितना पैसा हम अंदर कर लें. And ये हम नहीं कह रहे हैं. This is what Prime Minister has said during election. If you do remember, कि अंबानी और अदानी का काला धन जो है वो स्कूटर में बोरों में भर के सड़कों पे दौड़ रहा है. तो ये फैक्ट भी हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का एक्सेप्ट किया है. तो हम आपको जो भी बता रहे हैं वो सारी बातें वो बता रहे हैं कि एक्सेप्ट किया हुआ है. तो जहां पर इतना करप्शन हो, इतना रैम्पेंट करप्शन हो, जहां पर आप किसी को कोई राइट्स नहीं दे रहे, जहां पर आप एक स्कीम बता दें, जस्ट टेल मी वन गुड स्कीम जहां पर गवर्नमेंट दे रही है. लोन्स आर गिवन बाय द बैंक्स अपना एनपीए नहीं बढ़ाता है. एंड लाइक आई एम अ प्रोफेसर ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स एंड सो मेनी रिसर्च पीपल आर सो मेनी रिसर्च अंडर मी. कैन यू बिलीव इट कि ये जो लोन्स दिए जा रहे हैं, दे आर नॉट रेडी टू गिव लोन्स बिकॉज देयर इज नो कोलैटरल एंड सो मेनी एनपीएस आर जनरेटिंग. नाउ नेशनलाइज्ड बैंक्स आर नॉट गिविंग एनी काइंड ऑफ लोन, no matter what the government says, and you can check it out. You can very easily check it out. They are not giving it, and they are doing it rightly because government is not giving it. Who is on risk? It is my money, your saving, my saving. Bank is on risk. Government का क्या risk पर है? कुछ भी नहीं risk पर है. आप बताइए anything made in India, very good thing. वो शेयर कभी चला ही नहीं बिकॉज इट इज मेड इन इंडिया बट मेड बाय चाइनीज. आप चाइनीज टेक्नीशियंस को वीजा देने के लिए क्यों इतना परेशान है? व्हाई यू पीपल आर सो मच इन हरी टू प्रोवाइड वीजा टू द चाइनीज टेक्नीशियंस? आप मेड इन इंडिया बट मेड बाय चाइना इन इंडिया. सो वेयर शुड आई से व्हाटएवर यू से व्हाट हैज बीन गिवन टू द इन द एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर. आप बताइए एग्रीकल्चर आउटपुट को कम करने के लिए एनीथिंग हैज बीन डन. कोई टैक्स रिबेट दी गई हो, जीएसटी में कोई छूट दी गई, नथिंग हैज बीन गिवन. देयर इज सच अ ह्यूज इन्फ्लेशन एंड दिस इन्फ्लेशन एंड प्लस जीएसटी ऑन ऑल द ईडेबल्स, इज इट नॉट लीडिंग टू द फर्दर इन्फ्लेशन? गवर्नमेंट इज अनएबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम इन द इकोनॉमी.
See, Hilal Ahmed ji, got your point here, and this is one thing that we had just discussed, and I would like to draw Raj Lakshmi ji's attention towards it, that while we discussed about implementation, more often than not, Raj Lakshmi ji, the BJP or the NDA government has been caught or has been asked to be accountable for the delivery mechanism, about the longevity, whether the efforts that are being put in, is there any ulterior motive or not. कभी कभार होता है, उसे हम लोग जुमले का भी नाम हमने सुना कि सरकार कह तो देती है लेकिन इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं होता है. इस चीज को लेकर जो हिलाल अहमद जो एग्जांपल भी अभी दे रहे हैं कि जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर दैट स्टार्टेड क्रम्बलिंग, स्पेशली बिहार में अगर देखा जाए तो वहां पर पुल जो गिर रहे थे, इट वाज अनफॉर्चुनेट वंस अगेन. एंड वेदर द पीपल ऑफ बिहार थिंक इन टर्म्स हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल और नॉट, बट दे फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल नीड अ ब्रिज. उनके लिए वो ब्रिज कोई भी बना दे तो बहुत बड़ी बात होती है. दे स्टार्ट सेलिब्रेटिंग बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली दैट कोलैप्सेस. सो यहाँ पॉलिटिक्स में जाने से पहले मुझे लगता है कि जो स्थिति है उसी को बेहतर करने की जरूरत है. दूसरी चीज ये है कि हाउ बेस्ट द बीजेपी कैन गेट रिड ऑफ दिस टैग दैट दे प्रॉमिस बट इंप्लीमेंटेशन गेट्स डिलेड एंड एट टाइम्स द डिलीवरी ऑल्सो इज नॉट लॉन्ग लास्टिंग. राजलक्ष्मी जी.
Pankaj ji, I actually am not aware of this kind of a tag, very frankly, because in fact, this thing about
Ayodhya का जो example दिया इन्होंने, हिलाल जी ने,
this thing about implementation is something that actually is something that the people really believe. So you may call me a spokesperson of the BJP or whatever, but this is something that I have observed and this is something that I have been seeing. I live in Maharashtra, I live in Mumbai. And I have also been traveling to other parts of the country. So it is not as if, we have not seen the infrastructure. So, if you want to talk about cracks in the road, etc., there have been a lot of cases. Like if you look at, there have been some glaring examples during the UPA time. So if you look at during the Commonwealth Games, so all of that, there were some glaring examples of how there was a huge
Right.
corruption. So, all of those things are there. But then apart from that, if you see now, the examples that he has been talking about, say if he is talking about Ayodhya, there has been a lot of misinformation. Let me tell you that in the Ram Mandir, there is this construction still going on, and there was a clarification been given. But in spite of that, the Congress keeps talking about it. So they want to keep talking about it as if, there is a failure in the infrastructure. Instead of
Well,
giving a
Congress
proper
also says, ma'am,
solution,
that what
or
was the hurry to inaugurate the Ram Mandir? I'm so sorry. The Congress also says that what was the hurry to inaugurate the Ram temple, and that they say that it was because to
that is
appease the
another
voters
discussion for
for the
ask
another
election.
one more
day.
question. Please
That is
ask one more
another
question.
discussion.
What about G20?
No,
मंडपम जो
let
बना
me
था
just
उसकी
finish.
क्या position
Let
है?
me just
If you are
finish my
talking about the
points. Let me just
Commonwealth,
finish
then
my
you,
points.
you are not the
Hilal
Congress.
Hilal
You are
sahab,
not the
let,
BJP
no, no.
spokesperson. Yeah, I'm asking you
Let,
just
let
a quick
Rajashri
question.
finish.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. I'm
We'll
sorry.
come to that.
You carry on.
So, why there was this inauguration done in January January 22nd is another discussion for another day. You invite me for a discussion on that, I will definitely tell you what are the
definitely,
reasons. And I think that it will be very embarrassing for the Congress if we have that discussion. So let us keep that discussion aside. So let us now focus on this thing about the infrastructure. Now, the infrastructure that he's been talking about, yes, in Bihar, it is definitely concerning. I tell you, it is concerning. Any infrastructure, if there is a failure, it is definitely concerning. But then you cannot completely tag the entire central government and say that whatever roads they have built is all bakwas. You cannot say that, because so today we are seeing that there are definitely some failures at some point. So that has to be looked into. But then you cannot completely diss out the entire budget saying that this is something that it is a populist budget. I would say it is not a populist budget at all. And in spite of the fact that you're saying that I'm a BJP spokesperson, I told you very frankly and bluntly that it is not a populist budget, because the middle class definitely was looking forward to much more. But this is something that the middle class has been living with ever since I was born. I'm seeing that there have been worse instances. So this thing is nothing new about for the middle class, that we have not been given enough of sobs for that matter. Now, when it comes to this thing about the rights that he was talking about, let me tell you that these I would say that there's a difference between welfare schemes and there is a difference between freebies. Now, most of these things that he's talking about is about freebies. So this you cannot call it as rights. So what here I can see as an attempt is, like, even when it comes to the electricity, what they're trying to do is they're trying to give the solar. Yes, you can laugh about it. They're trying to give the solar panels to the poor people so that they can actually generate electricity out of it. So the Congress, who laughs about all of this, is actually wanting the middle class to be bearing for this cost, this additional cost of giving free electricity to a certain section of the populace. And then they have the audacity to laugh over it when somebody is saying that everybody can actually even earn much more out of it, and the middle class will not have to bear this additional brunt of it. So this, I find that the Congress, how can they have this audacity to offer freebies and then say that this is the right of those people, and by taking away something from the middle class. So this actually is something that they put the development on hold, like they have been doing in Karnataka. They've been raising the prices of milk, of petrol, of diesel, of the stamp duty, of everything possible, and then they expect the middle class to be happy with it. And they have the audacity to say that the BJP is doing nothing for the common man. That is laughable.
State budgets,
and
obviously.
And if I bring it out, I am a BJP spokesperson, Pankaj. Not
no. You are a political analyst for us, and you are, and we wish, if you want to join any party, you're free to do so.
Yes,
but you are most welcome here on One India as a political analyst. Hilal Saab, one final take we will have from you. I just wanted to add here that today Nirmala Sitharaman ji spoke about free electricity also, and 6 months down the line, free electricity was being used by the BJP in a not so acceptable manner, as it was being touted that एक freebie की तरह, रेवड़ी की तरह दिल्ली में उसको बांटा जाता है। अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार पर वो कटाक्ष था। हालांकि एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में कह लें या लोअर इनकम ग्रुप्स में फ्री इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जो है अगर सेंटर की तरफ से आती है तो उसका स्वागत ही किया जाना चाहिए। Hilal Ahmed ji, how would you respond, first of all, to the clarification that Raj Lakshmi ji gave? And secondly, if at all, why I asked you that question, that what would be Congress's strategy and response or fears or aspirations for the next 4 budgets that are due from this government? Okay, at least 4 of them are left there. अगर आपकी नज़र में अगर ये मान लीजिए एक पॉपुलिस्ट बजट है या इफ यू फील दैट कि इसमें कुछ नहीं किया गया है, तो क्या सरकार यहाँ से सीख लेते हुए आपको नजर आती है या उन्हें सीखना चाहिए और आगे उन्हें करना चाहिए तो क्या करना चाहिए?
Pankaj, let me make it very clear. I have given a compliment to Raj Lakshmi that the way she is espousing the cause of the BJP can
even BJP would not have done that.
Yeah, they would not have done
it. It was a compliment, and I think at least she accepted that.
I'm taking it only in that sense because the way you are putting the cause of the one thing. Second thing.
No.
As far as the infrastructure is concerned, what happened in Maharashtra? Naya pul bana hai. There are so many such a huge gaps in that bridge.
That's the approach road. That's the approach road. It's not the actual bridge.
That's the approach road. Please don't spread misinformation. Who has made it?
Please don't spread misinformation.
Who has made it? Who was responsible for that part? One thing.
Fine. We saw that report.
Come to the Lucknow-Agra Expressway. वहां से एक झांसी के लिए एक्सप्रेसवे बनाया गया था. It was inaugurated by the Prime Minister and could not function just because of the bad construction for 6 months. For 6 months, it was not operational. Come to the Purvanchal Expressway, UP. It is still not functional. Still, there are so many patches, although it has been inaugurated. If you remember, जिसमें योगी जी पीछे दौड़ रहे थे, the same Purvanchal Expressway, जिसमें मोदी जी की गाड़ी के पीछे योगी
तकरीबन 2 साल पहले, 2-3 साल पहले.
हाँ, उसका क्या है? Even that has got the same problem. You cannot defend corruption. You just cannot defend corruption. आप Commonwealth की बात कर रहे थे. You forget about G20 अभी बना है वो तो. उसके अंदर तो कह दिया गया वो इतना खराब बनाया गया that it cannot be even repaired. वो जो उसके अंदर underpasses हैं. पंकज जी, you must be knowing it. वो भी क्या है?
Yeah, I traveled to that part of Delhi. Yes, I use that highway also, that underpass.
Exactly. Now coming to the Ayodhya part. अयोध्या जी में जहां पर राम जी की मूर्ति की स्थापना की गई है, ठीक उसके ऊपर का जो एरिया है, वहां के ऊपर ड्यू टू बैड कंस्ट्रक्शन, ड्यू टू corruption of Champat Rai ji, who was in news for his corruption right from the time he has taken the charge. That part is leaking. I'm not talking about any other. Exactly.
That was not
those
the
reports once again, sir.
That was not the government construction.
This is something which you did not like.
That is not the government construction.
This was claimed.
You want to have a discussion on this? This was not the government.
It's okay. I mean, he is referring. I get your point, sir.
And I have apologized for that. I think you should.
No.
But this is why I'm
infrastructure.
You put BJP spokesperson to a shame. Anyway, now as far as the
discussion on this right now, do you really want to have a discussion on this?
Hilal Sahab, please come to the point. You're saying that the infrastructure is not. Please.
There are a lot of
you're
things
trying to link it with the.
About the freebies, I would like to add a few things about the freebies. You know, in Karnataka,
allow me to speak.
Because all of them are sitting.
Please, इसको संसद मत बनाइए. संसद में हम लोगों का माइक बंद कर देते हैं, बोलने नहीं देते हैं. Please, इसको संसद नहीं बनाइए. हमको बोलने का मौका दीजिए. Don't gag me. आप उसको gag मत कीजिए.
So how can you say that?
We'll come to you.
How can you even?
सर, ये तो संसद हो गया ना, वहाँ हमको बोलने देते हैं ना, यहाँ बोलने देते हैं. आप तो इसको भी पार्लियामेंट बनाए दे रहे हैं.
वो भी, she is trying to make a point. Raj Lakshmi, we will come to you for a final word there. I promise. I know. Hilal Saab, please come to the point.
Yeah.
What you're trying to make here, please.
coming to the budget. I've never said कि इसके अंदर सॉप्स दिए गए हैं या नहीं दिए गए. I've never mentioned. क्योंकि ये वो बजट है जिसको अच्छे से अच्छे इकोनॉमिस्ट भी डिसाइफर नहीं कर पाएंगे कि ये कहना क्या चाह रहा है, ये करना क्या चाह रहा है. सेंसस के लिए क्या कोई प्रोविजन किया गया है? हाँ, बिल्कुल. If you think that that's a beauty, then I am with you. सेंसस के लिए क्या कोई प्रोविजन किया गया है? Do you know? क्या किसी भी तरह का कश्मीर में इलेक्शन के लिए प्रोविजन किया गया है? Have you seen it? क्या उसके अंदर है? इतना बड़ा सेंसस होना है, उसका कोई प्रोविजन नहीं है. कश्मीर के लिए कोई प्रोविजन नहीं है. ओके, टेल मी कि डिफेंस के लिए क्या एलोकेशन? हाउ मच मनी हैज बीन एलोकेटेड फॉर द डिफेंस? जस्ट टेल मी. Is there any allocation for the defense?
No.
Both of you are sitting,
Right.
and you must have seen the budget. Tell me what kind of allocation has been made for that?
Indeed.
Now coming to the SOPs and coming to that welfare scheme. I don't think that I should argue for that on you, because you have got absolutely no idea what is SOP and what is social welfare. Whatever schemes I am saying, they are constitutional rights, and that's why they are welfareistic in nature.
Like you mentioned, Manrega. Okay. Point
And
taken.
Manrega, right to
Rajlakshmi ji.
education, right to information, Food Security Act, all of them are provisions made under the Constitution. You cannot call them SOPs. And if you cannot understand the difference between the welfareistic scheme and SOPs, then I'm sorry for that. Nothing can be done. Nothing I can say. One thing. Now,
Sir,
one more observation.
Yes.
Just one more observation.
Yes.
Anything given for the upliftment of the farmer, except for the SOP, which is given to them 6,000 rupees per annum, which goes personally to them. Any kind of छूट has been given on GST. Any kind of, किसी भी तरह की कोई छूट दी गई हो GST में, जितने भी हमारे इनपुट, जितने भी ऑपरेशंस होते हैं एग्रीकल्चर, कोई भी दिया गया है? नहीं दिया गया. आप एयरपोर्ट बनाने की बात करते हैं, वो एयरपोर्ट बनाते हैं जिसकी छतें गिर जाती हैं. प्रफुल्ल पटेल जी, जो आपके ब्लू आइड बॉय हैं महाराष्ट्र के, आप तो अच्छे से जानती होंगी, जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ब्लू आइड बॉय हैं वो हैं. और किसका नाम ले, वो सारे के सारे आज आपके ब्लू आइड बॉयज हैं. वो छत बनाते हैं, वो जाते हैं, ना आप मेंटेन कर पाते हैं, ना आप इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बना पाते हैं. तो दिस बजट इज, मतलब आप देखिए, लाइन से देखिए, कहीं के पास कोई बात होगी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट.
तो देखिए,
काइंड ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर,
एक स्पष्ट चीज हो गया कि ये पॉपुलिस्ट बजट तो नहीं है. एक चीज
बजट क्या है, नो वन कैन डिसाइफर. हां, वन थिंग इज क्लियर, it is not going to create any demand. So wherever we are standing, वो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रॉब्लम बनी रहेगी. इन्फ्लेशन को एड्रेस नहीं किया गया है, वो इन्फ्लेशन बना रहेगा, उसके अंदर कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी है. आप जो है वो 1 करोड़ बच्चों को जो जाएंगे वहां पे ट्रेनिंग लेकर के आएंगे, एंड देन व्हाट? तो आपने इकोनॉमी कहां से ले आए?
आपको ऐसा नहीं है, हमें भी थोड़ा मौका देना पड़ेगा.
आपको हाँ, दिया तो मौका, 11 साल दिया है आपको. जब इकोनॉमी मिली थी तो उसके अंदर इतने प्रोस्पेक्ट्स थे कि आप 2 करोड़ नौकरी देने की बात कर रहे थे. आपने उस इकोनॉमी को इतना बर्बाद कर दिया है कि आज की तारीख में आप खाली 1 करोड़ लोगों को मुफ्त में कहते हैं कि वो जाएंगे और ट्रेनिंग लेकर के आएंगे, एंड दे विल बी एम्प्लॉयबल, एंड दैट टू ओनली 1 करोड़ पीपल इन 5 years. तो आज इकोनॉमी में ये प्रोस्पेक्ट्स हैं. तो इकोनॉमी को जिस तरह से बर्बाद किया है 11 साल में, वो ये एक ऐसा डेटा है विच इज वेरी लाउड एंड क्लियर. एन इकोनॉमी विच हैज प्रॉस्पेक्ट, जिससे 2 करोड़ नौकरियां हर साल होती थी, आज 5 साल में 1 करोड़ लोगों को आप सिर्फ ट्रेनिंग. दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव अचीव्ड.
ये आपने you have touched upon the raw nerves, I must say that, and also this internship program that is there. Our concern as corporates, or our concerns as where we need interns, where we see a lot of deserving and at times freshers coming and trying to apply. This time around, it's a welcome move. Rajlakshmi ji, आपसे एक final word बस ये जानना चाहूँगा, you can reply in the same breath, that हमने upskilling की भी बात बहुत जरूरी है. It's a very crucial factor that our youth, those looking for internship, are skilled manforce. तो इसको किस तरह से गवर्नमेंट, हाउ स्टडीली आई वुड से, पहले उन्होंने स्किल डेवलपमेंट सेंटर्स खोले. मोदी सरकार जब पहली बार आई थी, वो एक नई चीज थी, उसका स्वागत भी किया गया, हमने उसको देखा. अब भले वहां पर वही मैं
a
कह रहा हूं, अगर
center
उनकी
of
शटर अब
corruption,
बंद
a
है
center of corruption. That is also a center of corruption.
तो क्या नहीं, तो वही मैं कह रहा हूं, क्या उससे कनेक्शन में हम इसको देखें, और इज दिस अ सिल्वर लाइनिंग फॉर द जॉब क्रिएशन दैट
This
वी
is
वर
just passing your
डिमांडिंग फॉर सच अ
responsibility
लॉन्ग
to
टाइम?
the corporate sector. I am unable to do it. You
Let,
are passing your responsibility to the corporate sector.
I get your point, sir. I get your point, sir. One final answer from Rajlakshmi ji, and then we wrap up this debate. I believe both of you have to head to another debates also.
Yes.
Please, Rajlakshmi.
Yes. Pankaj ji, like I was telling you earlier, if you keep looking at everything in this kind of a narrow and in a negative light, then you have to. It will just be this narrative that nothing good is happening in our country. That is the narrative that the opposition is building, and that is why I am speaking against it, and I am speaking for the good things, the good initiatives that are being taken up. See, earlier there was no thought being given to this thing about Swachh Bharat. The Congress laughed over it. This thing about Swachh Bharat, they called it a failure from day one. The Congress spokesperson,
Good one.
he laughed.
नारा हमारा, चश्मा हमारा, और हमने सोचा नहीं. अरे प्लीज यार, फैक्ट्स तो क्लियर कर देने दीजिए पंकज जी. प्लीज फैक्ट्स तो क्लियर कर दीजिए. प्लीज फैक्ट्स तो क्लियर कर दीजिए.
About startup India. Now, who is creating this parliamentary kind of a atmosphere?
Let's hear her out. Please, let's hear her out.
Thing about this startup India, Swachh Bharat, the toilets, all of this. All those initiatives, the Congress laughed over it. Instead of actually contributing or taking some kind of pride in the fact that yes, we can do a lot of startups. See, there has been a huge increase in the number of startups, in the number of those kind of initiatives have definitely helped. The Mudra loans, they were definitely helpful to all the ladies, to all the women. The idea of millets, the idea of yoga, all these things have been taken up and have been implemented very beautifully. So I think similarly,
and that's why the government has come back to power. That's why the government has come back to power.
Yes, definitely.
That's why riding high on that. But my only my only concern and question is.
I just want to add one more thing. This thing about the corporates. The government is giving them some incentives. It's not as if only the corporate has to bear the brunt of skilling the labor force. But the thing is that
it is a soft for the corporates. I do agree. This is a soft for the corporate. जो उनका CSR fund है, they can now manage.
Please listen to what I'm saying. If the government, government or some other organization,
I've taken a leave out of you.
See,
CSR, CSR is also taking corrupt.
That is why he's going on.
By doing this, now CSR will also
we will have a separate discussion on CSR. We will have a separate discussion on CSR, sir. I understand what you are pointing out. Yes, Rajlakshmi ji, please.
Yes. So if the corporate is training the skill force, is training the force in the way in which they will be able to add or to make a contribution to it or be a part of the workforce, why not? Why have a completely different kind of a education first and then have to skill them again later for some other industry? That is the problem. There is a huge gap between the education and what kind of a skill is required for a particular corporate work. So that is the gap that is being bridged here right now. And I think that the government is doing very well in giving some kind of incentives to the students, to the freshers, to the unemployed, and at the same time to the corporates as well. So I think that should be taken up positively instead of laughing over it.
Right, Rajlakshmi ji. All right, Lakshmi ji, thank you so much for putting us the points in perspective.
It would have been good.
न्याय योजना में पहली आखिरी कमेंट से
आधा पार्ट लिया, पूरा ले लिया होता तो अच्छा होता.
चलिए ठीक है, हम तो ये कहेंगे हिलाल साहब, बहुत अच्छी बात है, आप इशारा कर रहे हैं कि आपके ही मैनिफेस्टो से ये बातें आई हैं. चलिए अगर ऐसा भी है तो देखिए बीजेपी ने जो अच्छी चीजें थी उसको भी पिक किया है आपके उसमें से, भले राहुल साहब कुछ और कह रहे हो, मेरा बस इतना कहना, पूरी ले लेते. चलिए ठीक है, मुझे बस ये लग रहा है कि कॉर्पोरेट्स कहीं ऐसा ना करे कि वो अगर डिजर्विंग इंटर्न्स आएंगे तो वो हायरिंग ना बंद कर दे. तो पता चला इंटर्न से ही काम चला रहे हैं, तो इंटर्न्स के लिए तो अच्छा है. और सीएसआर की जो आप बात कर रहे हैं, और मैं समझ रहा हूं सीएसआर की बात भी जो आप कह रहे हैं, वो कैसे सर्कुलेट होके पैसा उन्हीं के पास आ जाता है कभी कभार, ये तो जग जाहिर है. तो चलिए इस पर हम लोग बातचीत जरूर करेंगे, बट थैंक यू सो मच राजलक्ष्मी जी एंड हिलाल अहमद साहब, रियली अप्रिशिएट योर टाइम।
Thank you,
एंड अच्छा लगा ये सोचकर और ये समझकर कि कैसे दोनों ही पार्टियां जो है एक दूसरे पर जिस तरह से चेक रखती हैं एक हेल्दी और थ्राइविंग डेमोक्रेसी के लिए। मुझे लगता है इससे बेहतर और कुछ नहीं हो सकता है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए।
Thank you.
Don't miss out. Follow One India for real-time updates.